Yo, bros and girls, welcome back to the channel. We're doing Uncollected Black Widow Red by Dawn, and we're in Chapter 3. We're going to face off against the final Uncollected boss for this month, which is Uncollected Red Guardian. Now, this guy is a little bit tricky. So some of the nodes that are worth noting are plus 90% armor, which means you're not going to do a lot of damage to him hitting directly, so you want to circumvent that by doing damage over time. The medium dash, the mighty charge at you, which means that when he comes at you, he's going to be unstoppable, and he's going to be debuff immune, so you can't actually parry him. And finally that riot shield, which means that every time you hit into him, it's going to remove one of his charges from the shield, and unless you heavy him. So this guy is all about this shield durability. He basically can't gain buffs. He's got durability on his shield, which improves his perfect block chance and block proficiency, and it allows him to block heavies. It allows him to block unblockable attacks. And basically when that goes down to 0, he fractures the shield, which does a whole bunch of damage and debuff effects, and stuns you for 1.9 seconds. He can slow you on the SP1 unless you have the class advantage, and on the SP2 he gains increased attack rating throughout the special, but he also gains increased attack rating for every debuff he has on you, and of course the SP3 kills you. So we've come in here with the 4-star team, and we're going to use Archangel to counteract him. Now, this may look easy, but I assure you this is not easy. The first few seconds of the fight are the kind of the make or break. This is going to kind of dictate whether you do a lot of damage or whether he just takes you out in one. So you'll notice, if you rewind, that right at the start of the fight, I parry, I heavy, and then I'm looking at pushing him into the corner. And I'm looking at pushing him into the corner and maybe getting a couple of hits in, like a medium and a light. I'm okay with getting a medium and a light, but the main reason I want him in the corner, this is tip number 1, the main reason you want him in the corner is so he can't dash at you, and that way you can actually parry him. He doesn't become unstoppable or debuff immune. You can't do that naturally, so you have to heavy, and then you have to actually hit into his block. The second thing you have to remember is that every time that shield fractures, it's gonna do a lot of some damage to you, but it's mainly gonna stun you for 2 seconds. So you don't want to hit into the final charge. You always want to be doing a special into the final charge. And if you can't do a special into the final charge, then you're better off to parry and heavy, because then that doesn't remove a charge until you get enough power to throw your special 1 or your special 2. So with both of those things, those are the two kind of things that you have to balance, and that's kind of why you need him to be in the corner. With both of those things down, the other thing you need to learn is how to evade his SP1 or his SP2. Now, I'm going to do a full breakdown on this guy and tips and tricks and full slowdowns of how to fight him. What's some strategies and what are some good counters. But I found Archangel to be really, really good against this guy. Hyperion is also really, really good, despite what I've shown there. That's just me playing noob. But Hyperion works really, really well as well, and Domino works really, really well. So over the next few days, I'm going to be collating some footage, and I'm going to be putting down a tape breakdown of exactly how to fight this guy with 4-star champs. So hopefully it helped you out, and if you did like it, guys, consider supporting the channel. And if you think this will help out your friends and your alliance members, please feel free to share it with them and show them that this can be done with 4 stars. You don't necessarily need godly champs who are 5 stars. You can do it with 4 stars or 5-star rank 3s just as well. Okay, kakita bros and girls, and we'll see you in the next one.